Hey guys, welcome to the art studio at home. So, this week, did you know it's our second to the last week of art studio time? I can't believe it. After this video, there will be only one video left, and that video is going to be amazing, showing off all your great artwork. So look forward to that, so make sure you send some more stuff in. And if you've noticed I haven't commented or liked your artwork, it's probably because I haven't seen it. So if your parents need to email it to me or anything like that, make sure you do that because I want to make sure everyone can see your beautiful art, okay? Awesome. So this week we are making, oh, I held it upside down. You kind of really can't tell. Dino Eyes. Those are mysterious, aren't they? Okay, let's figure out what materials we're going to need. Let's get creative. Okay, friends, I'm about to tear up a little. It's almost the last time I get to say art mediums and material time. Okay, so today we're going to need a pencil. You're going to draw with a pencil first and then outline. And something to outline. If it's a Sharpie, I'm going to use a Sharpie, but if you're not allowed to use one, you can of course use a washable marker. I also, if you have one, if you don't, it's okay, some sort of pen. If you notice, we use small lines over here, but you could even use a colored pencil, a black colored pencil, or something dark like that. Just need a skinnier line than with a marker. You also are going to need either colored pencils or crayons to color in with, and a piece of paper. And our piece of paper is going landscape, or bathtub, or horizontal. I like to call it landscape because that's the art term for it. And I'm going to leave this out so we can always look back at it. Okay? Go get those materials and come back to me. Okay, friends, you might notice I have some henna still on me. Kindergartners know that I had henna this week. We had a henna party, my nieces and I did, and you can kind of tell it's already fading. So just ignore that, and let's focus on our dino. I'm going to keep this out, like I said, because I realized when I was doing the older kids that it was good for them to see the finished product in case you get kind of stuck. Okay, so grab your pencil. I'm going to grab my Sharpie. We're going to do just how we normally would do a human eye. We're going to start with our almond shape, our football shape. But we want it to be big because this is the focus of our whole entire picture. It's not like we're drawing the whole dinosaur, we're just drawing the eye. So we want the eye to be pretty large. So I'm going to show you kind of the shape. We're going to do our frowny face. Okay? And then we're going to pick up our pen or pencil and we're going to come down here and do a smiley face. And it's okay if you get a little bit of a gap. That's all okay. If you notice, I did it on this one too. Next, you know, normally when we're drawing our pupil, I'm always like a circle and a dot in the middle. Well, dinos are different than us. So we're going to use this shape. And what shape is that? A diamond. It's not often we get to draw diamonds. I enjoy diamonds a lot. So all we're going to do is we're going to come to the middle. And it's not a thick diamond, it's a thin diamond. And we're going to make an upside down V. Okay? And now we're going to make a regular V, just like that. Now, if you were using a black crayon or outlining, go ahead and you can color that in. I'm going to color it in because, y'all, I'm weird where I don't like it to be not colored in. So I'm just coloring this in real quick. Hopefully my Sharpie will last through this. I'm like, Sharpie, you only have one more week of videos to last. You can make it. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to make the reflection just like how we do in our eyes. So we're going to kind of make a circle right there. Okay, so now here's how we do it. We're just going to start layering. It's going to be the same shape each time, but we're going to start doing our layers of our eyes. So I'm going to come about maybe almost the tip of your pinky, okay? Out. So that kind of can help you. And you're just going to come and you're going to match that shape, okay? So that's just another frowny face. You come down and you're going to match the shape on the bottom, just like that. If I have to come out, we can come out. There we go. One layer done. So let's count how many layers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do this at least 4 times, right? So now we're going to make another layer. This one's going to be about the same size, okay? So we're going to take that pinky. We just want the tip of our pinky. And we're going to come, and if you want to make the bottom line first, you can. That's an artist's choice, but I always like to start with the top. Come around. And it's okay if you need to erase or stop, because sometimes it's hard to mirror that shape. And then I'm going to close it up. Okay, so we have 1, 2. Now we need our next one. Our next one is going to be a little bit thicker line, and I like to have, see how I have it more right here? So I'm going to come out a little bit more than I normally would. Okay, then I'm going to make a point and do it just like that. Okay, now our last one, and this one is more of a curvy lid kind of thing going on. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. It's going to be completely different than our layers. Got it? Okay, sorry guys, I just noticed I really do need another Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to come out and kind of make a, see how I made a point right there? Instead of making a curve, I want points. And so I'm going to make a straight line like that, okay? And then it's going to come up. So actually, if you guys look, this is going to turn into a hexagon pretty much, okay? And now I'm going to come and make this a little curvy at the top. Perfect, okay? Now you're like, oh, that kind of looks kind of weird and crazy. It will get better. Now, here is our next step. We're going to start making our cool lines and details. So all we're going to do, and if you want to go ahead and outline this part, go ahead and outline. Grab your pen or your marker or what you're outlining with, outline it, and then we're going to do our lines with the same pen. Okay? So all we're going to do is we're going to make lines just like this all around that first layer. Kind of try to keep it the same length, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Great work. So we're just going to go around. Boom, 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 boom. You know, I drew this one during our meeting. We had a meeting, and I figured out that I wanted to do a dinosaur eye, and that's why I kind of switched up, and Luke Maxwell Birch in 2nd grade kind of inspired this one, because he had a really cool dragon eye that he showed me. Okay, so our next one, we're kind of going to make it a little bit more wider, the line. So I kind of want to come and make it a little wide. See how more space in my lines on this one? But again, if you have a definite idea, go for it. But you just want to have these layers. You want to make sure you're doing a lot of layers, okay? Okay, there we go. And it might get smaller as you go that way. Now our next one. The next one, we're going to make, let's see, we have our 1 layer, 2, 3. So this one is going to be even, we're kind of going to do it a little bit wider, but in between, okay? Just like that. Perfect. Because you kind of don't want these to look on the same, you don't want to match the lines up. See how I kind of moved the lines? Okay. Now, our last one is we're going to take, if you have a pen or your crayon or your color, actually a colored pencil would be great, a black colored pencil. We're going to make light lines on this one, okay? And we're going to make squiggles like that, okay? You can barely see it. See them? Making squiggle lines. And I kind of want these squiggles to be closer together, I decided. It doesn't have to be, this is not about perfection. Because what we really want to do is make the texture. We're working on the texture. And that is an element of art. Which is kind of silly that we are actually doing tons of elements on this one. We're going to learn about value, which normally you guys don't even do value. We're going to learn, we had some line work already. We had form. And now we have texture. You guys are rocking it. Okay, so we have this part done. Now, here's your optional part. If you want to draw scales around, if not, you're going to color this later. But if you want to draw scales, I kind of just come down and I make, see how it is? They're not perfect. They're not like our mermaid scales or scales we made for a koi. They're more of have a point at the end. And they do, again, we're not making them perfect. We want the idea of just scales. And I'm kind of just bringing it down. And of course, I want it to look like it goes off the paper. The big focus is, hope everyone said the eye. I guess they kind of look like, in caves. They have the stalactites that come down. Or wonky vampire teeth. I don't know. So I'm going to add some more over here. Some of them can get bigger. Now I hope if you want to fast forward this part because you're not adding scales or you can't focus yet on it, go for it. Go ahead and pause me or fast forward to the coloring because the coloring is something I really want everyone to focus on. Okay? Awesome. Now we are going to color. Get your art mediums that you're ready to color with and let's go. Okay, so everyone should have outlines, have this colored in, and be ready to now do our colors. We are going to start with, this is odd and weird, but it's a red. And I'm going to take my colored pencil, and if you have a crayon, this is going to be the same way. And you're going to outline this line. Do you know how you have the red area near your eye sometimes? Your eyeball, your lower lid? This is what we're going to be showing. So I'm just going around that. And I'm bearing down hard. So I'm making the value very dark. I want it to be dark. If you notice, I like to rotate my paper a lot. That's just so it's easier to follow that line because I don't want to get into this scale, the eye part. I don't want to get too far. Just makes it easier. Okay, so red is done and complete. So I can flip it over now. And we're going to go for our next color. We're going to do a yellow for the eyeball. Luckily, we do not have yellow eyes, or I would be freaked out most of the time. Okay, so we're going to remember when we're coloring our yellow is to do our best coloring, okay? Even if we use a crayon, remember, if we streak it, what looks better? I'm going to have to say that. So we want to make sure we're going the same way, pushing down pretty hard. And if you need to sharpen your colored pencil, if you're using a colored pencil, go ahead and do that. If you're using a crayon, just make sure you're pushing down because a crayon will do the same thing as a colored pencil. It gets streaky and not very pretty. And it's okay. See how my colors are kind of streaking because I kind of want them blending my two colored pencil colors. Okay. I'm not going to color in that because that is our reflection and that is white. Okay, now for the other side. This just makes it kind of pop, okay? After we do these solid colors, we're going to get to do the fun part, which is learn how to make things look like they're more 3D with just changing the value, which is the way you press down on your colored pencils or crayons. I know, it's a cool trick. Okay, so I'm done with my yellow. Now I'm going to do, now this can be up to you, what color you want your dino to be. You're going to do your lightest color next, okay? So if you're using greens, you would use your lightest green. If you're using browns, be your lightest brown. Whatever colors you're using, this is going to be light. And if you don't have a bunch of different options of colors, you're going to bear down very lightly to make a light color. Okay, so I'm going to use let's see what this is called, sherbet lemon. Guys, I love sherbet lemon. And I'm going to go and I'm going to first just how we did that red. Bear down a little harder. Bear down very hard because you want to go around that line just like we did the red. Gonna come up this way. And I'm gonna fill in lighter now. Well, actually, guess what? I want to do it on this side too. I'm going to do it on both sides of this one. It kind of creates the eyelid. And again, the value is dark, so that's why I'm pushing down harder. I usually, when I'm pushing down hard, I sometimes even break crayons because I'm pushing down so hard, and that's okay. Now I'm going to come in lightly and fill in that middle. See the difference? How it makes it outline and pop a little bit more. You'll definitely tell with the next colors because they're a little darker. You can tell I need to sharpen this pencil a little bit. Okay, hear that nice squeak? I think Rocky, you should see his ears. He's like, no, thank you. Okay, so we're going to do our next layer. I'm going to pick another green. Okay, guys, we had some technical difficulties. My camera died, and I went on talking for about 5 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to outline one side and the other side, just like we did our other color. So, you know, real life, sometimes you have problems, and you just have to roll with it. I think this week I've had more difficulties on things than any other week. I'm not quite sure why. Who knows? Okay, so now I'm just going to come and make sure it's all dark, and then I'm just going to color it in lightly, just like we did the other one. And then I'm going to choose my next color, which is going to be a darker green, I believe. And again, if you are using one shade, just make it lighter and darker, or you can change up the colors to make browns and different ones. I'm going to choose a nice field green. Ooh, we have a field at Teeth, but I miss the fields. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. Going back, making this area dark. And I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing on this side. And this one, since it's thicker, you can make a thicker line around it. You just don't want to color the whole thing in that dark green because you're going to, again, we want to do lighter in the middle. Our value is going to be lighter in the middle. Kind of like a sandwich, right? For the bread, there are these darker ones, and the peanut butter in the middle is going to be lighter. I don't know if that was a good analogy, but let's go with it. Okay. So if I want to keep on adding any more, I can kind of go in a little bit more in the corners. I can do that, and then all I do is lightly fill in. Oh, there is the mailman, and Rocky is telling us that. He's super good, you guys. He thinks he's a really big guard dog, but I have a couple of new flowers outside on my porch, and that has attracted some butterflies, and he sits there and barks at the butterflies. I'm not quite sure why he thinks he needs to protect the whole entire neighborhood from the evil doing butterflies, but in his mind, he's got to, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to choose my next color. I'm going to use actually brown for this one, and let's see which one I want to use. And it's the same thing. So we're going to keep on layering it until we get to just like this, okay? So even if we need to stop this right now because you guys know what to do, this is called baked earth. That's kind of fun. And I'm doing the exact same thing, making it dark around and then filling it in. Okay, we're going to fast forward this part because you guys kind of get the hint of it. Okay, thanks to the people who invented fast forwarding. I love it. So I'm still filling in. Even though I look like I'm going fast, I'm still taking my time and doing my best work. Okay, guys, now we're going to choose our last color for what we want our dinosaur to be. And I'm trying to think. Don't want red. our pink, unless I was doing a pink dinosaur, which I don't think there are pink dinosaurs, but let's see. I'm going to use this burnt yellow maybe. And I'm just going to color in, okay? So we're going to fast forward that and figure out what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going for a record today. 2 fast forwards. If you notice, I had to sharpen my pencil in the middle of this. Okay guys, we are done with our dino eyes. All I do is now if I see if I want to add any more details into the eyes, I think I might add a little bit of a brown shade around just so I can kind of get it to stand out a little bit in here. So I'm going to just come with a brown and go just in the corner of this part just to make it pop a little bit. I think I like that. See how it makes a shadow? And it makes it pop. So that's our last step on this. And if you see any area that you want to add some more color to, make it seem a little bit more poppier, go for it, okay? So, dino eyes, we did it, guys. Awesome work. Okay, can't wait to see them. Don't forget to send them to me. And I'll see you next week for our last, I can't even say it, our last one. But don't worry, subscribe and maybe there'll be some summer episodes happening, okay? Don't forget to do the challenge and continue to work on those Heathwood spirit art pieces because guess we can use those for our end of the year slideshow for the whole lower school. Okay, guys, see you soon. Have a great week.